It's a big week for Bellator, MMA, 2 events in 2 days. Right now, joining us part of the main card for Bellator 232. That's Saturday's event, taking on Nick Newell. We got Manny Muro. Manny, how you doing?
I'm doing well, brother. Thank you for taking some time to give me a chance to tell you how I'm feeling, man. I'm feeling good.
How excited are you? A big opportunity, a notable opponent, possibly the biggest opportunity of your career here.
Yeah, no. Up to this point, this fight will definitely be the biggest hype, and promoted and everything fight of my career. And I mean, honestly, man, I couldn't be in a better spot leading up to it. I feel 100% mentally, physically, spiritually, and I trained hard and I left no stone unturned, and for a fight like this. And man, all I can do now is just wait and just get ready to put on a show Saturday night.
What was your reaction getting offered a name like Nick Newell?
Man, honestly, whenever I got the call, I jumped on it. CES, a promotion over on the East Coast, they actually about a month or two previous, they tried to offer me a fight on like a week and a half, 2 weeks notice. And I was like, no, you know what I mean? You're not going to set me up like that for failure. And so, I bypassed. And then when I got this call for Bellator, it was with about 6 weeks notice. And I immediately jumped on it because, I mean, like I respect him as a martial artist, and as a man and everything. But, there's not really too many people that I'm just scared of. Yeah, he's got a good record. But you know what I mean? I've fought a lot of, so people might not be as familiar with me out there in the general public. But I'm looking Saturday to gain a lot of fans and to earn a lot of respect from my peers.
We did lose you there for a second. Can you repeat what you said?
I said, man, I'm just ready to put on a show and show the general public, who I am, who the Dragon is. I've fought a lot of quality people. I've fought a lot of, tough opponents, and my record might not be as shiny as his, but, I belong on the big stage. I'm a prospect just as much as he is. So, I don't see this as, hey, they're bringing you in just to serve him up. No, it's a scrap. I hope he comes to fight because I'm going to be in his face the whole time. I don't roll over for nobody. And that's how it's going to be Saturday. I plan wholeheartedly getting my hand raised and walking out of there with a W.
Last time we talked to you was before heading into a grudge match. Ken Coulter come out with the submission win as far as I've seen. You ended a bit of a losing skid. How good did that feel?
Oh, man, it was amazing, brother. I was real emotional afterwards because people don't know this very much, but like I faced a lot of adversity through those 3 losses. I faced a lot of, wondering if the sport was right for me because, my career had kind of taken a little hit and I stepped away and reevaluated things, spiritually and mentally and seeing where I was at. And, man, after I got that win, against my last one, man, it was real. Yeah. Got knocked out a few times in my fights, and hey, this is the fight game, man. You got to be ready for it. Like I'm a warrior. Sometimes you get your hand raised, sometimes you don't. And I tasted a little bit of that adversity, and it was a very spiritual and mental battle. To really think about if I was going to jump back in there and do this. And I said, man, I want to do it the right way. And whenever I got my hand raised, man, it was a very emotional moment, man. Getting over that little loss skid, and man, my confidence is higher than ever. Like the thing I learned about this sport is that everybody's going to lose, everybody's going to win, but it's how you react to it. It's what you do from that adversity, you know. And man, I feel like in those moments where I faced that adversity, it just forced me to grow.
And talk to us about Saturday night. How you plan to be successful against Nick Newell, such a dangerous submission artist.
Yeah, he is, man. You know, a lot of people aren't as familiar with me, but my grappling and my wrestling and cage work is really top notch. I'd put it up against anybody in, you know, the best in the world. Like, I'm no slouch out there, you know. And man, you know, if he does decide to try to take me to the ground, man, he's gonna have to earn every bit of it, man. Like, I'm not gonna roll over for anybody. I never have in my career. I've never faced anybody that I just felt like in my own that was just like, oh man, I don't have an answer for. Like, I feel like I've been competitive, very competitive in each and every one of my fights, even the ones that didn't go my way, you know. And that's the fight game, you know. Sometimes you make even the littlest mistake and you pay for it. But man, I'm just gonna go out there and grind. I'm just gonna be in his face, and I'm just, like I said, man, I'm gonna go out there and be entertaining and put on a show, man. My goal is to go out there and make a stamp for why I belong on the big stage. I truly feel, and I feel like for a long time now, that I've deserved this opportunity to fight on the biggest stage, and now we're here. You know, so I'm just gonna tell you, I'm gonna live in the moment. I'm gonna make the most of it, and man, it's just gonna be. I feel like there's gonna be a lot of Dragon fans after this fight.
Outside of how you perform in the cage, you can control that. But how do you control how much you listen to the outside world and the storylines? We know that the heavy favorite, the storylines, the media, a lot is going to be towards Nick Newell. How do you deal with the underdog circumstances that the media and everything's going to present this weekend?
Oh man, you embrace it. Like, I've embraced it from the time I've gotten in there. Like, the media might not know who I am so much, like, because of, you know, his story's really great. You know, he's got a great record and everything like that. But my people, my team, my Jackson Wink team, my team here in Oklahoma, my people in my corner, they believe in me. Like, there's no doubt in any of their minds. We're walking away with a W. You know, the media, they're going to be who they are, and they're going to say what they are. You know, like, honestly, the best thing I can say is I'm mentally tough. I'm mentally tough. I've experienced things in life, man. Like, what the media says about me, I could care less, you know? Like, and I look forward to the challenge of those people that doubted me. I look forward to them, becoming some fans of mine after this. You know, I genuinely feel like I have what it takes to be top notch and world class in this sport and in this game that we're playing. And man, that's how I feel. Like, I embrace the media part of it, man. Honestly, like, I enjoy it. Like, you know, getting to share my story, people who might not be so familiar with me. And I mean, the media weighs no weight over me. They can think who they were. They can think what they want, but my self-belief comes from my hard work, comes from my coaches, my training peers that believe in me. And that's all that matters when it comes down to it.
And talk a little bit about, obviously, embracing that underdog role here.
Yeah, man. This will definitely not be the first time that I've played this role. Like I said, when I've taken a lot of risk in my career, I've gone and fought really good competition. Sometimes, you know, in their backyard, just like I have before. I've been up to the East Coast. You know, like, I embrace it, man, because honestly, like there's no pressure on me. You know, like I'm just gonna go out there, fight my ass off, and put it all in God's hands. You know, and I'm just enjoying the ride, honestly. Like, I'm enjoying every bit that comes with this journey. I'm enjoying all the people that have supported me, all the opportunities I've got, you know, and man, I just embrace it. You know, there's probably going to be a lot of media asking me. You know, I've already got a lot of questions about Nick Newell. You know, like I said, I got nothing but respect. I'm not one of them guys that has a lot of bad blood. And, I mean, I honestly, I hope he's bypassing me. I hope he's downplaying me, think they're just serving him up, because that's going to be bad for him, you know, that night. But like I tell you, like I'm coming to fight hard. I'm coming out there for win. I'm coming out there to capitalize on any mistake that's made. And like I said, man, it's just all the hard work's done now. All I can do now is just show up on fight night and just fight my ass off.
The hard fights, the short notice fights, the on the road fights. Why is that your path? Why did you challenge yourself with those opportunities?
Because I've fought a lot on the local stage, the local circuit. You know, at one point I held 3 belts. I've almost hold almost every belt in Oklahoma at 55. You know, as a professional, and man, I feel like I've been ready for a while for the big stage. You know, for the Bellator, for the UFC, for the legacy, for the whoever. Just give me a big platform. That's where I'm at right now. You know, like I want to challenge myself as a martial artist. And that's the goal. Ultimately, that's why I got into sport, was to challenge myself and fight the best of the best. And Nick's one of the best of the best. You know, he's got a great record. And when I beat him, you know, that's gonna be a pretty big tip on my hat. So, you know, I feel like everything was ordained. My faith is a big, huge part of everything I do. Like I find faith in Christ. And I feel like this was all a setup for me to be successful, you know? Like, I faced adversity, going through those hard losses. You know, how many people get opportunities like this? Not very many. And I didn't squander it at all. I did the things that I needed to do. I trained hard. I ate right. I got rest. I got recovery. You know, I sacrificed. I missed my daughter's birthday for this. You know what I mean? That shows you the sacrifices that I've made. Like I literally, I set everything aside for this opportunity, and man, I just feel like in my heart, a person who believes, who has belief in what they're doing, is a very scary person, and I believe in what I'm doing in the path that I'm on.
You mentioned it earlier that your teams know what you're capable of. Taught to be about sharing a card with Pat Mix, Tevin Dice, both also going to be in action at Bellator 232.
Oh man, it's been great. It's been great. I've man, it's just really like it lightens the mood. You know what I mean? Like it really is. Like I'm one of them people that I don't have to act like a hard ass the whole week, or you know what I mean? Like I embrace it. I think this is fun. Every bit of the fight game is fun. Every time I get to go out there and perform is fun. And for me to go out there and get to share the spotlight and go out there and perform with my brothers was awesome. Having them in camp, all of us grinding hard, you know, encouraging each other, pushing each other hard. You know, man, it's been amazing. You actually go up to another level, I feel like, because both of those guys are super high-level martial artists. You know, Pat's that dude, you know, getting to train with him. And Tevin, he's actually he's one of my day ones, man. Like, me and him been roommates for a while back when I first got up there. And, you know, that closeness has always been there. And having him, you know, in camp and man, I'm just ready to shine with my brothers. I know every one of us is going to do well. You know what I mean? Like, I know they would say the same for me, and I have no doubt in my mind that they're not going to do excellent. You know, they're going to go out there and perform. I'm going to go out there and perform, and Jackson Wink's going to go 3-0 on the night, you know?
We look forward to seeing you in action, Manny. Bellator 232 up there. Mohegan Sun. It's on DAZN, everybody. Last but not least, Manny, who do you need to thank? Who do you need to shout out to?
I wanna give you a shout out, brother Cage Minds, for always supporting me. This has been a while that you've always given me an opportunity to kind of share how I'm feeling and leading up to my fight, and I want to appreciate you and your promotion or your media, and I just want to thank all my sponsors. I want to thank all my Jackson Wink team, all my American Elite team. I want to thank my wife, my children, like everybody that's been here to support me. And I just want to encourage y'all, tune in Saturday night. I lead off the card, at 10 o'clock on the dot. I'm going to go out there and put on a show and represent Oklahoma in the right way, represent my Kiowa people in the right way. And, yeah, man, I'm just excited.